Hello, everyone. One of the things that I don't do, I don't fans people. Yes, Mr. Peter Obi, I support Mr. Peter Obi. But of course, if he does anyhow, he has to say anyhow. We have to say anyhow. So when I come out to talk, so it's not. I'm not saying this because I support him and all of that. But there's a particular tweet that someone did, and he was replying to Mr. Peter Obi thing. He said, "My uncle in Haiti investing in human capital development since 2010 with no tangible returns na today." So a lot of people have been talking. Mr. Peter Obi has been going around donating money to different people, different causes. 50 million here, 20 million there, this 50, another 50 million there. Schools, schools of nursing, hospitals, you name it, just to help people. And there are people that have been talking, oh, it's politics, it's trying to do it because it's politics and blah blah blah. And this one is coming out to say right from 2010 in Haiti. I think that was when that earthquake happened. Mr. Peter Obi was a governor when the earthquake happened. He went there with his son for them to go and help out with relief work and stuff like that, humanitarian assistance. That he was there until someone now ratted him out and said, oh, this is the governor of a state in Nigeria. And then media and everything took it up, so they had to leave for security reasons. I've heard Mr. Peter Obi talk about this a lot of times. So this is someone that is always out there, doing one thing or the other, putting help down. It's not really about, because he wants to be president or he has been president. Even when he was governor, even before then, he was doing all of these things. So I just saw a write-up that was done by Dr. Moses Paul, and he says the comment on the donation Mr. Peter Obi made to Haiti in 2010 when he went to contribute to the rebuilding efforts after the devastating disaster is appreciated. Someone remarked, "My uncle in Haiti investing in human capital development with no immediate tangible results now today. This gesture highlights the depth of his commitment. It took more than 80 years of consistent struggle to dismantle social injustice and apartheid in America and South Africa, respectively. We often remember figures like Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela, yet the foundation of their work began long before they rose to prominence. Nation building is not a one-day task. It demands sustained collective effort." Now, more than a decade later, as he contests for the presidency, this picture resurfaces. It reminds us of the essential truth. You can't just wake up and start running without having run before. Mr. Peter Obi wasn't tweeting back then, and he wasn't seeking the limelight. Critics who claim he is now involved for the sake of seeking office keep asking, show us where he was doing it before. Well, this is proof. He has been engaged in efforts that extend beyond Nigeria or any particular region. He had no personal ties in Haiti. Mr. Peter Obi has often maintained, "I don't want to be part of a government just for the sake of holding our office. I want to be part of a government that genuinely moves our people and our nation forward. I want to be involved because we need to advance critical areas like healthcare, education, and the livelihood of our citizens." So this is what Dr. Moses Paul, had to say about all of this. Most important is to note that, look, for those who are out, keep attacking Mr. Peter Obi and all of that, they have their own reasons, and it might be justified to them. But consistency, and that's what they say, integrity is not complete until it's consistent. You have to have been doing it, and that's why no matter when they come and they say, "Oh, where has he done this before? Show us." There's always one person or the other that will bring something, and sometimes it's not even him, Mr. Peter Obi himself, that is bringing these things. I bet people who have these pictures, who have worked with him, who have done things. There's something that Dr. Moses Paul mentioned there, which is something I've echoed many times. I've said it many times. Nation building is not, it's not something that is done in a day. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and we have to be there. Yesterday, or no, day before yesterday, I spoke at an event, the World Movement for Democracy, that was organized in Johannesburg in South Africa. And while I was there, when they talked about how do you stay on track and how do you remain resilient, I explained to them that, look, when we talk about Nelson Mandela, we say that Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison. He came out and then he became president. fighting. If he spent 27 years in prison, fighting for the right of his people, you literally can say that in 10 seconds it's over. You just said that sentence. But do we really actually understand the grit, the tenacity, the resilience, the hope that was involved in staying on for 27 years on something that you don't even know whether it is ever going to materialize? So before you started, when Nelson Mandela was arrested, you started with the first second. The first second turned into 60 seconds. This 60 seconds became 1 minute. 1 minute became 60 minutes. And this 60 minutes became 1 hour. 1 hour became 24 hours. And that 24 hours became a day. One day became 7 days. That 7 days became a week. 1 week became 4 weeks. And that 4 weeks became a month. 1 month became 12 months. And that 12 months became a year. 1 year became 10 years. And that 10 years became a decade. Another 10 years added to the initial 10 years made it 20 years, and that became 2 decades. And then there was additional 7 years that was added upon it. So imagine how long that was, you staying or fighting, being mocked, being abused, being accused. And I listened to those people who fought those wars when they were doing their negotiation. There's so many people call them traitors. They call them all sorts of names, but yet today they are enjoying the freedom that comes to it. So this is how it is. You have to stay on, even when you're not saying this thing, even when you're called all sorts of names, even when people denigrate you. It doesn't matter. You know what you want. You want a nation that works for everyone, and so you must put your all in. No nation gets to where it is today by the citizens just sitting there complaining or waiting for God to come and solve their problem for them. Nations got to where they were today because citizens got tired of the bad things that were happening and decided that enough was enough, and they were going to come together and ensure that the right things start happening. Good must be more tenacious than evil. We can't just sit down and we keep complaining. Meanwhile, the people who are destroying this country, they never give up. No matter how much they fail, they stand up, they continue. The moment we fail, we start saying things like, I've tried now. I've spent my 5 years. I've spent my 10 months. I've spent my this. I've spent my money. I've spent my this. Don't they know that this? I'm not, after all, they are not doing this. Well, let me tell you something. Those who are very insistent on destroying this country, they are not thinking about any of these things. They are not thinking about giving up. They are there, they are fighting, and they keep going. And the only thing that they have more than us is that they are tenacious. No matter how many times they fail, they stand up. So we must also learn how to stand up no matter how many times we fall. We fall again and again and again. We'll stand up again and again and again, and we'll continue to work for our nation again and again and again. And one day, every one of us will get that country where the child of nobody can become somebody without knowing everybody, where everyone have access to good quality education and not being dependent on their family, the kind of family they are bettered into, where we have good governance, we have electricity, we have good healthcare, where other people will want to come and get the citizenship of Nigeria, not the one that our children are running all over the country looking for where they can get a second passport. Not just children, even adults right now. So the work is plenty. But we are more plenty. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.